Hey guys, welcome to another After Effects tutorial. This time I'm going to learn how to do a satellite view effect as seen in the villa. It can be seen here. So it starts off really far and then zooms in a bit and zooms in some more and finally locks onto a target. Pretty cool effect, but actually pretty damn easy to do as well. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing you need to do is create your composition, of course. New composition, frame rate, make it the same as your other footage frame rate. So in my case it was 23.976. Duration of 8 seconds because I think that's how long mine was. So we're just gonna roll with that. And okay, now we're gonna get some satellite footage. And the easiest way to do this is of course to visit Google Earth, or Google Maps. So let's go ahead and zoom into somewhere Las Vegas. Yeah, you want to go to satellite view, so just click on that and then zoom into about, yeah, find something interesting first, not just like desert. I guess it could work depending on what kind of movie you're doing. So I guess zoom into about here. Looks pretty good. Note the position of the bar here. Okay, so hit F11 on your keyboard to bring up to full screen mode. I'm using Google Chrome, so I'm not sure if it's different on other browsers, but I don't think it is. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and print screen this. Print screen, go to your image editor. I'm using Paint. Paste that in, save it, name this far, save, yes. Now go back to Google Maps, zoom in a bit more, zoom in twice, find a location that you like, print screen again, go back to Paint, Control N, make a new document, paste it, save it as mid, and I'm going to do it one last time, zoom all the way in. Maybe that's too far in, so you see the image kind of changes exposure here, so you might want to actually go all the way back and take a new far shot, or take some shot that is between your mid and far. So yeah, this looks fine. Print screen. Actually, this is like this. Control N, paste, save. I think this is the mid. And we're gonna rename this to close. Okay, now we have our images. So basically what you want is a close, a far, and a mid. You can do more levels of zoom, but that's entirely up to you. I'm just using 3 to show you guys how to do this. So I have my close, my far, and my mid shot. Alright, let's go on ahead into After Effects. We're going to import the file. So let's take our far, put it in, take our mid, put it in, take our close, put it in. Give each frame, each zoom level about 2 seconds. So 2 seconds, 2 seconds. So go from far, close, far, mid, close. Okay, now we're gonna add some scan lines. So create a new solid, color black, name this scan lines. Go to effects and presets, find Venetian blinds, transition, under transition, drag it in, completion. Now of course you want the direction to be in 90 degrees, and transition completion, let's try 90. Lower the width so you have more lines across the page, across the screen. So that's 92% completion. I'll just go with 85. Yeah, looks good. And width of 7 looks cool, so it looks kind of like a computer screen. Okay, we're gonna leave that alone now. Next we're gonna add some color correction. So right click, new adjustment layer, right click, effects and presets, color correction, photo filter. Let's go with that. Now this really depends on what you want your view to look like. In my case, I used like a computer green kind of look, so deep emerald, maybe green. Density. Now this looks, you can see how this thing works. I don't want it to be too green, so maybe deep emerald at around 40% density. Let's add some contrast, so right click, color correction, curves, put that up, put this down. Okay, maybe mess around with the levels as well. Put the reds down. This is all optional. This is just depending on what kind of look you guys want to go for. Now let's add a vignette as well. We can name this layer color. Let's add a vignette. So right click, new solid, vignette, put it under the color, and you want to select the ellipse tool. So if it's not here, hold it down and then drag to ellipse tool. You're gonna double click on it, and it will create this nice oval shape for us. Click layer, press MM to bring up the mask properties, and you want actually to subtract, and then where's feather? Feather it out like so, and then increase the expansion like so. So here's what it looks like without and then with. Just play around with the expansion and the feathering depending on what you want this to look like. Okay, so now we have this. That's the color out of the way. Now let's animate it a bit. Go to your far image, hit P for position. From here to about, let's just have it about here, 2.5 seconds. Just move it ever so slightly. Let's just turn these off so we can see how we're moving that. So it's kind of like this. Very smooth. I don't like how that looks, so maybe like this. So it's just a very slight movement over 2 seconds. And then select the keyframes, hit F keyframes, and hit F9. And finally for the close layer, hit P, position, stopwatch, and then just move it so slightly. No. Yeah. Oops. All the way to the end. Oh no. 2.5 seconds. Like so. You want to select the last keyframe. I've been pressing the wrong button this whole time. Easy ease. Yeah. So now we have this nice slight move, so it seems like the satellite is tracking for a location. Okay. Actually, the last one can be a bit longer, maybe 3.5 seconds. Alright, so let's go ahead and add some transitions between the layers. I used a plugin called Twitch by Video Copilot in my original video, but I know some of you guys might not have that. So we're just going to go ahead and use a linear wipe. So type in linear wipe in the effects and presets, and you can just use the animation preset. So click on your second layer, mid, drag it in, and you can see it transitions quite nicely into the next one. It's obviously jagged, so you're gonna go to the options and feather that a bit, maybe 150. You can do the same. You can just copy paste the effect actually, or you can just drag a new one for the coast layer. Feather 150. You should accompany this with some kind of cool swishing sound. Okay, that's pretty much it for that. Let's add some text. So new text. Pick a sort of techy looking font. Infinity. So we're just gonna type here navsat. Yeah. It's too large, so we're gonna scale it down. Put it somewhere logical. Set the blending mode to actually leave the blending mode as normal and then lower the opacity to maybe 50% or maybe 75. Nah, 60. Whatever looks good for you. Duplicate, Control D, and then type something else like remote access online or something, I don't know. Put it, oh man. Again, put it, you know. And then, you know, you can just keep adding more text. Locating. Dot dot dot. Let's add some animation to this. So I think there's something called decoder. It's an After Effects preset, which basically lets you animate the text in this cool, like, computer looking way. You guys see that? Yep. So now let's add a locator box. So right click, new solid, make it white, locator, and we're just gonna draw something really rough here. Take a masked, take the rectangle tool, mask around like this. One of these should be subtract. Subtract. So now you have this like kind of boxy brackets looking kind of object. Scale it down. Set the blending mode to, no, actually just drop the opacity down to maybe like 50%. And we're going to use this for the close shot when the tracks are on location. So start to fade it in from 0. So hit T to bring up opacity, click stopwatch, 0, and then maybe 5 frames later, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50. So it fades in. Let's scale this a bit more downwards. Let's make it highlight this building right here. Like so. Now the background is moving, so you want your locator to kind of move as well. So bring up position P, and then just animate it accordingly. Not like that. So it just kind of follows the location. So there you have it, guys. Satellite view online. Not that difficult and looks bloody cool. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and if you have any questions, please feel free to post in the comments, and I'll see you guys